Doug Kite here with Zach Cox at the practice fields behind Gillette Stadium. The Patriots 3-day minicamp just wrapped up today. We've got ourselves a nice healthy glow after the last 2 days of sun.
You could call it that. You could call it a glow.
Yeah, sunburn glow, same difference. First day was pretty rainy, so we're not complaining about this weather, that's for sure.
Not at all.
I will get into my biggest takeaway from this 3-day minicamp in a second, but before I do that, what is your biggest takeaway from these last 3 practices?
My biggest takeaway is that this vaunted receiving core that we've heard about all offseason with the addition of Brandon Cooks and whatnot, it looks really, really good. I mean, it looks as advertised so far. Obviously, there's no contact in these practices. There's no pads, so you can't really get the full scope of everything. But so far, I mean, we've been very impressed with what we've seen from Brandon Cooks. Chris Hogan has looked great. Julian Edelman has looked very good. Even some guys that are kind of struggling to make the team, and Andrew Hawkins, Devin Lucien, Austin Carr, they all had flashes too. This receiving core just looks incredibly deep and incredibly powerful. It's going to be even tough for them to decide who's going to stick around and who's going to get the axe.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, Carr and Lucien both have stood out so far in these practices, and Devin Lucien's still out there, last man on the practice field, so he's certainly putting in the extra work. My biggest takeaway from minicamp is just that the defense has been competitive with the offense. Everyone has made so much of these offensive additions, like you mentioned, Cooks. They also added Mike Gillislee, Rex Burkhead, but the defense has been right there with them. They had 3 interceptions today, picked off each of the Patriots quarterbacks. Jimmy Garoppolo had been picked off prior to this, Jacoby Brissett. So they've really been sticking in there, and that's without all of the pieces even in there right now. Dante Hightower has been, practicing away from the team. Deron Harmon hasn't been a full go just yet, but it's been an impressive group there in the defensive back crew, and just like the receiving core, it's going to be a tough decision as to who makes that team out of the cornerbacks, out of the safeties, because a lot of the guys are flashing right now, and some names like Kenny Moore and David Jones, having trouble remembering all these guys, Dwayne Thomas. These guys have all flashed so far, and they're younger guys who probably wouldn't have had a great chance of making the roster before this minicamp session, but now they have to receive kind of a second look here.